Thuthukani Special School in Empangeni is a school for children with intellectual disability aged 6 to 18 years. Thuthukani is based on a sugarcane farm just outside of Empangeni and accepts learners from Empangeni, Richards Bay, Ensaleni, Kwambanambi, Eskawini, Ngwelazana and other surrounding rural areas. The learners are all intellectually disabled and come from various cultural and language backgrounds. Many of the learners have additional disabilities such as autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, and other communication or mobility impairments. Our school is currently functioning at maximum capacity, and we have a steadily growing waiting list of learners needing admission to the school. Thuthukani's vision is to empower children with intellectual disability to function as active participating members of their local communities. We aim to uplift the quality of life of the children of Zululand who have intellectual disability by means of maintaining an appropriately equipped and professionally staffed learning environment, by meeting their physical, emotional and therapeutic needs, by endowing them with a sense of self-worth and the ability to develop self-sufficiency to their maximum potential, by teaching them the love of God, as well as academic, technical, recreational and artistic skills, by providing vocational training and workplace experience, by offering sheltered employment, and by educating leaders of local commerce and industry in the plight of the disabled and their right to a place in the job market. All the learners enrolled at Thuthukani are diagnosed with intellectual disability and are unable to meet the full requirements of the mainstream curriculum. Each child is assessed by the school's team of occupational therapists to ensure that the learner is correctly placed in our school. This assessment is followed up with placement for a 4-week trial period with qualified educators who further assess the learner's functional strengths and weaknesses within the school environment. Changes in placement within the school can be made at this stage. At Thuthukani, the prescribed South African school curriculum is adapted to ensure accessibility and inclusion for the learners with intellectual disability. Based on the work Thuthukani has been doing, we have been identified as a national resource centre for inclusive education, and as part of our service we are assisting many other schools with information and training on our programs and methods. The educational program followed at Thuthukani Special School has at its core the holistic development of each learner to ensure their physical, social and emotional development while teaching the functional academic skills required to be able to contribute to society. Over and above the academic program followed at Thuthukani, the learners have the opportunity to participate in sport and cultural activities such as soccer, netball, volleyball, table tennis, ballroom dancing, cultural dance and song, marimba and choir. Many children get the opportunity to perform for their peers and parents in annual activities hosted at the school, such as Heritage Day shows, Mr. and Mrs. Thuthukani competition and a Christmas show. We also have specialist educators who expose the learners to physical education, home economics, woodwork and gardening. Selected learners have an opportunity to go for therapeutic horse riding. Thuthukani employs a professional nurse who attends to the health needs of the learners and assists the learners with primary healthcare education. She also assists parents to access social grants and other services. The occupational therapists at Thuthukani treat the children in class groups and individually as required to enhance the learner's physical and perceptual development. The occupational therapists and teachers also run waiting list support groups on a monthly basis to assist some parents with children on the waiting list. As many of our learners have impairments in their ability to communicate, we offer our education in the learner's home language, which in our location includes English, Afrikaans and mainly Zulu. We also teach learners South African Sign Language, and we use augmentative and alternative communication techniques throughout the school. Our school is divided into 5 phases to allow learners to achieve relevant functional and academic goals within their age group and according to their ability. The pre-foundation phase caters for learners between 6 and 18 years of age who are profoundly intellectually disabled. They provide a program aiming at improving the learner's functional independence and communication by providing general stimulation to achieve developmental aims. In the foundation phase, learners from age 6 to 12 are taught basic life skills, developmental skills, dressing, feeding and basic academics. Children are taught and encouraged to play by themselves and also in groups. The intermediate phase caters for learners from age 13 to 15. Here, the focus shifts to achieving better independence in the home, classroom and in the community. Learners are taught basic reading, writing and math skills. In the senior phase, the focus shifts to better social skills, higher academic achievement and better use of free time. Learners are also prepared for what to do after school. To prepare learners for the world of work, selected learners from the senior phase are given an opportunity to work at various places in the local community for 2 hours a week. Stronger school leavers have an opportunity to join the pre-vocational phase, where they are taught the skills required to find a job and to keep a job by being a good worker, such as reporting for duty, being punctual, how to ask for leave, the use and care of PPE, and so forth. The skills currently taught at Thuthukani include sewing, gardening and cleaning. Learners gain practical experience by performing the work at school and at selected workplaces in the community. Some of our learners join the Thuthukani Adult Sheltered Workshop when they leave school. The workshop provides a safe place to go to every day and to be part of a work group working on projects from the community for a small wage. Some of our learners return to their communities after leaving school, and they assist their own families at home by performing domestic duties or growing vegetables in their tunnels. Some of our learners find work in the open labour market and earn competitive salaries.
It's a hard worker. It's listen whatever you're telling him is doing it, so it's very nice to work with him. You did a very good job. You went to the good school.
Thuthukani Special School is indeed a special place for special children. At Thuthukani, each child is provided with transport to and from school, nourishing meals and stationery. School fees are kept to a minimum, as many of our learners come from very disadvantaged backgrounds. As part of the South African schooling system, we receive an annual subsidy, but this needs to be supplemented greatly to ensure that we can continue to deliver this much-needed service to the intellectually disabled community in Zululand. We are grateful to the many friends of Thuthukani who continue to support us financially and in many other ways. Please join us in making a difference.